Well, happy day, my friends. Our reading today is Joshua chapter 9 and 10. And in these chapters, we primarily have the conquest for the southern parts of Canaan. But in chapter number 10, we see 5 kings that came against Israel. Now, they were outnumbered, obviously, and God always likes to take the smallest and bring victory. We know when we're outnumbered that it's God that does the work, it's not us. But God fought. In fact, in verse number 11 of chapter 10, it said God sent hailstones and killed many of the enemy with the hailstones. So he fought for Israel, but also he listened to Israel. He listened to Joshua, because during this battle, something incredible happened. I want to just pick up the story in verse number 12, the latter part. Joshua called out. He said, "Sun, stand still at Gibeon, and moon in the valley of Ajalon." And the sun stood still, and the moon stopped until the nation took vengeance on their enemies. And it goes on, and he said, "The sun stopped in the midst of heaven and did not hurry to set for about a whole day. There's not been a day like it before or since, when the Lord heeded the voice of a man, for the Lord fought for Israel." What an awesome thing that God stopped the rotation of the earth for Joshua to be able to defeat the enemies. Now, during this time, we know that in the rotation of the earth, other people had to be affected. I can imagine other people saying, "What's going on here?" Other people in the world, "What's going on here? I've never seen anything like it." Well, I want to say, my friends, God will do whatever it takes to help you be successful. I have a couple of testimonies that God, I believed, changed the weather for me. One time we were taking some materials, or going to pick some materials up in Moscow. I was living in Lithuania. We had about an 18-hour drive. It was in the middle of winter. Now, if you know that part of the world, you know there's a lot of snow. But at that particular time, God just kind of warmed up the weather, and we got there and got back with no snow. Very little snow did we see from that part of the world. It was incredible. I know God changed the weather for us. Another time I was traveling across country raising money for a Christian school that we helped over in that part of the world. And the weather, now you know, and this was like in February, the weather in the mountains of western part of America, God just sent a warm spell. In fact, in the Northwest, they had flooding because it was so warm that particular time. I believe God changed the weather to allow us to do the work. And God will do it for you, my friends. He is so concerned about your victory, about helping you, that He can even change and will even change the weather for you. Well, God bless you. I hope you have a wonderful day. We'll see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.